This is Revii, the fourth reading of our weekly Torah portion of Beshalach. The fourth portion, Revii, is found in Exodus chapter 14, verses 26 through 15:26. It's 32 verses. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe leteh et yadecha al hayam, vayashuvu hamayim al Mitzrayim al richbo v'al perashav. Thereupon the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, and let the water return upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen." Vayet Moshe et yado al hayam, vayashav hayam lifnot boker le'etano, u'mitzrayim nasim likrato, vayina'er Adonai Mitzrayim b'toch hayam. So Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and toward morning the sea returned to its strength, as the Egyptians were fleeing toward it, and the Lord stirred the Egyptians into the sea. Vayashuvu hamayim vayichasu et harechev v'et haprashim l'chol chel paro haba'im achareihem bayam v'lo nishar bahem ad echad. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, and the entire force of Pharaoh coming after them into the sea. Not even one of them survived. Uvnei Yisrael holchu b'yavasha b'toch hayam, v'hamayim lahem choma miminam u'mismolam. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea, and the water was to them like a wall from their right and from their left. Vayosha Adonai bayom hahu et Yisrael miyad Mitzrayim, vayar Yisrael et Mitzrayim met al sefat hayam. On that day the Lord saved Israel from the hands of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dying on the seashore. Vayar Yisrael et hayad hagedola asher asa Adonai b'Mitzrayim, vayiru ha'am et Adonai, vayaminu ba'Adonai u'v'Moshe avdo. And Israel saw the great hand which the Lord had used upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord, and they believed in the Lord and in Moses his servant. Chapter 15. Az yashir Moshe u'vnei Yisrael et ashira hazot l'Adonai vayamru lemor. Ashira l'Adonai ki ga'o ga'a sus v'rochevo rama bayam. Then Moses and the children of Israel sang this song to the Lord, and they spoke, saying, "I will sing to the Lord, for very exalted is he. A horse and its rider he cast into the sea." Aziv zimratya vayihi li lishua, ze'eri ve'anvehu Elohei avi va'aro mimenu. The Eternal's strength and his vengeance were my salvation. This is my God, and I will make him a habitation, the God of my father, and I will ascribe to him exaltation. Adonai ish milchama, Adonai shemo. The Lord is a master of war. The Lord is his name. Markevot paro v'chelo yara vayam, u'ivchar shalishav tube'u b'yam suf. Pharaoh's chariots and his army he cast into the sea, and the elite of his officers sank in the Red Sea. Tehomot yichasyum yordu bimtzolot kemo avin. The depths covered them, they descended into the depths like a stone. Yemincha Adonai nedari b'koach, Yemincha Adonai tiratz oyev. Your right hand, O Lord, is most powerful. Your right hand, O Lord, crushes the foe. וברוב גאונך תרוס קמך תשלח אחרונך יוכלם לקקש. And with your great pride you tear down those who rise up against you. You send forth your burning wrath, it devours them like straw. וברוח אפיך נעלמו מים נצבו כמו נוזלים קפוא תהומות בלב ים. And with the breath of your nostrils the waters were heaped up. The running waters stood erect like a wall. The depths congealed in the heart of the sea. Amar oyev erdof asig acharik shelad tilaemo nafshi arik charbi torshemo yadi. Because the enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will share the booty, my desire will be filled from them. I will draw my sword, my hand will impoverish them. Neshafta beruchacha kisamu yam tzalelu ka'oferet b'mayim adirim. You blew with your wind, the sea covered them, they sank like lead in the powerful waters. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha ner b'kodesh. Norat tehilot osepere. Who is like you among the powerful, O Lord? Who is like you, powerful in the holy place? Too awesome for praises, performing wonders. Natita yamincha tivlaemo aretz. You inclined your right hand. The earth swallowed them up. Nachita bechazdecha amzu ga'alta nihalta be'ozcha elevei kadshecha. With your loving kindness you led the people you redeemed. You led them with your might to your holy abode. Shamu amim yirgazun chilachaz yoshvei pelashet. Peoples heard. They trembled, a shudder seized the inhabitants of Philistia. Az nifalu alufe Edom, ele Moab yochazemu ra'ad, namoru kol yoshvei Canaan. The chieftains of Edom were startled. As for the powerful men of Moab, trembling seized them. All the inhabitants of Canaan melted. Tipol ahem mevatav v'facha b'gdol zeruacha yidemu ka'aven ad ya'avoram ch'Adonai ad ya'avoram zukanita. May dread and fright fall upon them. With the arm of your greatness may they become as still as a stone, until your people cross over, O Lord, until this nation that you have acquired crosses over. Tivi'emo v'tita'emo b'har nachalatcha mechol neshivtecha pa'alta Adonai mikdash Adonai konenu yadecha. You shall bring them and plant them on the mount of your heritage, directed toward your habitation, which you made, O Lord, the sanctuary, O Lord, which your hands founded. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. The Lord will reign to all eternity. Kivasus paro v'richbo v'farashav bayam vayashev Adonai alehem et mei hayam uvnei Yisrael halchu b'yavasha b'toch hayam. When Pharaoh's horses came with his chariots and his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought the waters of the sea back upon them, and the children of Israel walked on dry land in the midst of the sea. Vatikach Miriam hanevia achot Aharon et hatof yada bat tetzena kol hanashim acharei betupim uvimcholot. Miriam, the prophetess Aaron's sister, took a timbrel in her hand, And all the women came out after her with timbrels and with dances. ותען להם מרים, שירו לאדוני כי גאו גאה, סוס ברוחבו רמה בים. And Miriam called out to them, sing to the Lord, for very exalted is he. A horse and its rider he cast into the sea. ויסע משה את ישראל מים סוף, ויצאו אל מדבר שור, והלכו 3 ימים במדבר ולא מצאו מים. Moses led Israel away from the Red Sea, and they went out into the desert of Shur. They walked for 3 days in the desert, but did not find water. ויבואו מרה ולא יכלו לשתות מים ממרה, כי מרים הם, על כן קרא שמה מרה. They came to Marah, but they could not drink water from Marah because it was bitter. Therefore, it was named Marah. וילונו העם על משה לאמור, מה נשתה? The people complained against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? ויצעק אל אדוני, ויורהו אדוני, עץ, וישלך אל המים, וימתקו המים, שם שם לו חוק ומשפט, ושם ניסהו. So he cried out to the Lord, and the Lord instructed him concerning a piece of wood, which he cast into the water, and the water became sweet. There he gave them a statute and an ordinance, and he tested them, and there he tested them. Vayomer im shemoa tishma lekol Adonai Elohecha v'hayashar beinav ta'aseh v'ha'azanta limitzvotav v'shamarta kol chukav kol ha'machaleh asher samti b'mitzrayim lo asim alecha ki ani Adonai rofecha. And he said, if you hearken to the voice of the Lord your God, and do what is proper in his eyes, and you listen closely to his commandments, and observe all his statutes, all the sickness that I have visited upon Egypt, I will not visit upon you, for I, the Lord, heal you.